Okay, hello, welcome to the weather update. It's about 9:15, April 20th, 2021. The sun finally came out, mostly sunny day. There wasn't really a deep blue sky. There was some cirrus around. However, by later in the afternoon, we really had a really strong sea breeze, and it helped clear things out, make things a little more comfortable out there. And so I was at Argyle Park in Babylon, enjoying that nice sea breeze there. Quite beautiful. What a nice breeze there was. Very nice. And yeah, still some cherry blossoms to look at too as well. And then the sunset this evening, you can still see, look at that. Still some of that smoke in the air. Look at all that color from the sun there as it's set tonight. So let's take a look and see what it looks like from the satellite from space. And you will see here that we have those clear skies over us. You can see cirrus over to the north. This is a front here, so if we pull this out a little more, you'll be able to see that this is actually a cold front that will be coming through tomorrow and bringing us the chance for some showers, thunderstorms, possibly some severe weather in our area. Looking at the MODIS satellite, this is another view of it. You can sort of see the smoke. Yeah, you can sort of see it here. Definitely see a little bit of smoke around. However, that sea breeze really helped to make things a lot more comfortable. And so looking at the current conditions outside right now, you'll see temperatures generally in the around 60 degrees, North Shore, upper 50s, middle of the island, South Shore, mid 50s. Really strong sea breezes today, generally. So we've got a nice sea breeze across much of Long Island right now, bringing us some really nice, cool, comfortable conditions. After it got quite warm today earlier on. See, temperatures all in the pretty much mid 55 to 60 generally is the rule across Long Island. In the city, of course, holding on to the heat, still 67 at LaGuardia, 57 at JFK. See some of these wind gusts there. JFK is a wind gust up to 30. So that's kind of idea of the kind of strong cold front you have. And if you're going to New Jersey right now, you can see a 66 at Newark. And in Toms River, downtown, 59, generally 60, and 58 at the air park west of Toms River. So let's look at what the high temperatures were today, because I'm sure you'll notice that some areas got quite warm. So looking at the highs, you see this tells the story here. The North Shore of Nassau and North Shore of Suffolk had the warmest temperatures, and the South Shore cooler and cooler out in Suffolk County as well, with highs there generally, depending on where you were, mid-60s or not even 60 degrees. So when we take a closer look at Nassau County, you'll see that Carl Place there did wind up getting to 71. But you look at, so around Mineola got to around 71. That's about right. You go further north, though, in the North Shore, Glen Cove, which is a pretty hot area, 75 degrees was the high there. So 73 in Great Neck, 76. 75 actually at LaGuardia. JFK got up to 66. Farmingdale also managed to hit 71. Islip 65. You go out further out east, West Hampton 61. So you see generally everybody got above 60 generally. Generally 60s were the rule for Suffolk County. But the North Shore got to 70, and also the middle of the island got up to 72. Got it above 70 as well. So in the city, you can see the higher readings. 76 at Central Park for the high. And as we go into New Jersey, you can see it gets a lot warmer. Temperatures got into the mid-70s in places like Elizabeth. And I'm sure Toms River was up there too. Actually, they had upper 70s, so look at that. Wow, 77 at Miller Air Park there in the Pines. West of Toms River, downtown Toms River, 76. You see how limited the sea breeze is in New Jersey. You have to go out to Seaside Heights to really get the effect there. 64 was the high there. You can see that limited sea breeze effect. We can also look at the Wonder Map too as well, and look at some of the current temperatures across the area. And you will see here, again, temperatures generally across Long Island, 50s, but a little warmer on the North Shore, closer to 60. Of course, it's holding in the heat on the North Shore, not surprising. Glen Cove in particular is pretty hot. If you want to go to the hottest parts of Long Island, Glen Cove, Port Washington, Great Neck, all very hot areas, very hot. Well, the South Shore is a little cooler there, mid-50s on the South Shore. And you can see it's warmer in the city. You got the 60s there. And generally, Jersey also dealing with that as well, not cooling off tonight. There won't be any radiational cooling because the winds are too strong. So let's go to take a look and see. We'll take a quick look at some of our stations here. We'll look at the Carl Place station here, 59, so you get an idea of what things were during the day here in central Nassau. So you look at the high, you can see how the temperatures were generally around 70 through the afternoon, and then they started dropping right around 4 o'clock. You can see that's when the sea breeze came in and started cooling things off. Whereas if you're on the South Shore, let's do Lynbrook. It says Central Valley Stream. I don't know. It's really Lynbrook to me. You'll see much cooler there. They only were in the mid-60s there, so much cooler on the South Shore. Not surprisingly, much warmer in the middle of the island. We can also look at some of the official stations like Farmingdale. Let's go look at that. So Farmingdale was generally in the... Farmingdale did not hit 70 according to this. So 67 was the high at Farmingdale, and they were generally in the mid-60s throughout the day. Again, with that sea breeze, keeping them a little cooler because they're a little more to the South Shore. You'll notice southwesterly wind, and that's why there was more of a southwesterly wind. And when you have that southwesterly wind, the sea breeze, it does get into the middle of the island, but it warms up a lot more versus a due south wind. Let's look at Islip as well. See how hot they were. Come on. There we go, 57, and let's see. So you can see 60s, generally 65, but they stayed in the mid-60s pretty much all day and avoided the warmth generally. So you get the idea. Meanwhile, if you're in a place like Toms River, New Jersey, much warmer there. We're probably in the 70s all day long, probably. Let's see. 77. And they got up to 70s most of the day. There, we're quite warm. Again, significantly warmer. And again, you may say, "Ooh, that's nice. I like it warm." Well, just remember, a couple of months from now, when Long Island will be in the 70s and they'll be in the 90s. So yeah, that's what we. That's pretty much what you're going to be dealing with there, because it's hot there. No, again, you don't have the sea breeze. The southwest wind comes off the land, not the ocean, so it's hot there. All right, so let's look at the weather map here. Look at the Weather Prediction Center map here, and you will see what we have. We have this cold front here, but there's a wave of low pressure riding along it. That's going to enhance the precipitation and enhance that cold front. You can also see actually some wintry precipitation in parts of Ohio and Indiana. So if we go and we look at the weather radar here, you will see that we just have a few scattered showers in East Pennsylvania, but look at all that snow occurring right now. Toronto, Detroit, London, Canada, Toledo, all the way down into this area here. So all the way down into places in Missouri, practically. That's pretty impressive, to say the least. And again, this is pretty chilly air that's coming down that we're going to be looking at here. So if we pan this out, go to the current observations here, and I'll go back here, you will see that all these frost and freeze warnings and winter weather advisories. And you can see 40s and even 30s as you get into Dakota right now, and pretty strong winds too, gusting up there. So this is what we're going to have. This is what we're going to be dealing with. So let's go look at our models and see what's coming up now. All right. So, and the other thing, of course, before I even forget, we're going to go to the Storm Prediction Center too and see how they have us for tomorrow here. So we need the day 2 convective outlook, and we're still in that marginal area. And that marginal area is over Nassau County, New York City, Hudson Valley, New Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania, and down through the mid-Atlantic. So this is where the risk of severe weather is possible. Again, you'll see why when we look at these models as to what we're going to be dealing with. So here's that high that brought us the southwest winds and the sunshine today. But here comes this cold front and the low along it, and we're just south of the low, so that it helps enhance the precipitation, it enhances the storminess, and you could sort of see the V already in the isobars. That passes, then we get the cold air coming in. Look at those tight isobars, northwest winds. We can draw it out for you right here, but it's going to be cold. That cold weather is going to be coming right down from Canada and bringing us some cold air for Thursday. And then that high, we start seeing that gradient relax a little bit on Friday, so it moderates a little bit. And then the high moves offshore. We get the return flow Saturday. And this would be the next storm system that would come and affect us on Sunday with a lot of rain. And then behind it, another high pressure system builds in for the week. And then so you see this relatively active pattern going on. However, what we are seeing is that at least there won't be any stall fronts, so things are going to be moving along at a pretty good clip. So let's focus on tomorrow now. And we're going to go look at the HRRR, which we probably don't have that much in. We have 21 hours of the HRRR in, which is probably not enough to get us there. Actually, it is enough to get us there. So fair tonight, and then you see a couple of showers breaking out late morning tomorrow, early afternoon, and then this is the cold front right here. And you can see that V that we spoke, this V that you have with the isobars. And when you see that V like that, that means the possibility for severe weather because that's a sharp cold front right there. And when you see that type of thing. And so that is this severe weather could hit. It looks like right now it's moving it up a little bit, so maybe 3-4 o'clock, and even sooner in New Jersey, but around New York City 3-4 o'clock. And HRR seems to like weaken the storms pretty much as they get to Long Island. It looks like they kind of fizzle out a little bit, which again with the coast, with the south, with the cooler ocean, the sea breeze, it should help them fizzle out a little bit. But there, like I said, there could still be the chance. There comes another part of it just came in, but you can sort of see how sharp this front is. And we can also look at the dew points too, which also shows us the sharpness of the front because it's going to get a little humid tomorrow. Feel a little humidity before this moves through. And again, this is as far out as I got, but you can see right around 5 o'clock, you can see the temperatures and the humidity will already be dropping. If we look at the temperatures, you'll see that right here. You see the temperatures are going to drop quickly once this front moves through. So ahead of the front, New Jersey, you're going well into the 70s tomorrow again. Long Island, probably not. Probably maybe the North Shore, but I think we'll be in the 60s. And then this front comes through, and then boom, it drops. We are down to the low 40s already by 8 o'clock, and it's only going to get colder from there. So it's a pretty strong cold front. So let's go look at the NAM 3, and we'll go to the precipitation. We'll use this one so you get an idea of what this again looks like. So you can see a couple of showers popping up there, and maybe even a thunderstorm, even that with that little line of showers there. And then here comes the front. NAM's way more impressive with this. Looks a lot more impressive on the NAM. And like I said, I think the possibility is there for New Jersey, definitely west of the city. And then it holds the line together. This is right around 4 o'clock. It holds the line together, and then finally kind of starts weakening it. But the further west you are, Nassau still could have the possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms. Suffolk County less likely, but again, these storms are moving quickly. So because they're moving quickly, they may not have time to weaken enough for Nassau to avoid any severe weather. So that's a possibility that we may see some of that. And there comes that sharp line coming through, and then we're just going to deal with a little rain after that, and then that's out of here. And then we start cooling off for Thursday. And you can see that real cold air. And look at how tight those isobars are. Again, so that's what we're going to have. And it's going to be a breezy day on Thursday, too, with those. So this is really quite a look at that purple even. So this is the kind of front that we're going to have to watch out for tomorrow. Right around 3-4 o'clock, right through around 5-6, depending on where you are on Long Island. This could be a pretty hefty front. It comes through with some pretty strong thunderstorms. We can also look at this, which is the F-Gen. I don't usually use this for thunderstorms, but it's another idea to show you what we have, the kind of energy that we have in the atmosphere right now. And again, if we go look at the temperatures, you see how fast it cools off behind these storms. It really cools off fast. So you may be warm. It's going to be it could be like. If you're in the city, it could be close to 70 around 2 o'clock, and then by 5 or 6 o'clock, you're dropping into the 40s. So that's how quick this is going to happen. It's going to really drop, and it's going to drop fast as we get into tomorrow night. And then the cold air comes in, and then you see, look at Thursday. We're struggling to reach 50. We probably don't make it. at least on Long Island. Maybe New Jersey does, but we'll probably be only in the mid-40s, the very strong wind. And for Friday, we moderate more, and we have more normal temperatures for this time of the year with highs around 60 degrees. And then for Saturday, we warm up with the return flow around the backside of that high, so we go up into the mid-60s. And then Sunday, here comes that storm system, the next storm system that we have to watch out for. I'm not going to go too far beyond that because, again, we're kind of focused on this severe weather threat that we have. There are a couple of other models that I usually don't look at, but I am going to look at them. HDRPS is another one of them that we could look at for the thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. All right. So this is another model we could use. And this one you could see, look at it. So now this one looks a little different. It's firing them more over New Jersey and not so much over Long Island. It's like a gap right here. Whether there's actually going to be a gap in that line or this model is just saying that. But it does nick the east end, at least with some of these storms. I don't think they would hold together. They'd be mostly rainmakers. But when we look at the amount of rain we could get with this, again, with the shower, it's localized. But localized, you could see upwards of a half an inch possibly. We can also look at the NAM as far as this on the rainfall. You can see it's just going to be very localized. This rain, some of the areas, the areas that get hit with the storms will get more rain, but it won't really be known for a real rainmaker, though it could create some short-term flooding of roads, but not really a lot of rain. So I guess now that we're going to look at some other parameters here for the thunderstorms as well. Let's go to this. This kind of really tells the story here. You see the warmth over Jersey, but let's go to that thunderstorm threat here and look at the Cape. This is for tomorrow. This uses the HRRR. So let's take a look and see this and see if we have, you could see it's pretty healthy Cape values over New Jersey here. It's 2 o'clock, all right? But as we get into 5, they kind of just fizzle out when they get to Long Island. And again, this marine air would help, fizzle them out. But the thing is, the storms do have movement on their side, so if they're moving fast, they may not be time for the storm to completely fall apart. But generally, I would think the greatest severe risk is going to be Manhattan, Staten Island, the Bronx, and New Jersey, especially into the Hudson Valley. Let's look at the lifted index here. And again, you see the similar story here. Look at that over New Jersey there. Some pretty impressive values again. But then as you get to 5, it kind of fizzles out. As you can see, as it gets to Long Island there, kind of just, it's just kind of, will it fizzle out or will it not? That's the question. And it's kind of hard to answer. But we do know that this risk is there for severe weather for tomorrow. So once we're done with that, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll look at the sky forecast. Let me go back to GFS here, and we can look at the sky forecast as we get into, because we had some sun, we had some serious. It wasn't a nice deep blue sky. So when could we possibly have that opportunity again? Well, possibly Thursday, at least the early morning hours. But again, it is developing this instability. It's a cold air mass, steep lapse rate, so it could be a lot of cumulus, especially by the afternoon. Friday would be more likely the day that you're going to have mostly sunny skies. And then Saturday, we got the cirrus that's going to roll in ahead of the next system that we're going to be dealing with. And I'm not even going to go any further than that right now. Maybe Monday or Tuesday we can have another clear day, maybe. That's a ways out. Let's go to the NAM here. I know this is the GFS, and its resolution is not great. So let's use the NAM here. And we may have a little sun in the morning tomorrow, too, especially over New Jersey, which, again, would help to stabilize things. As we go into Thursday, you'll see that we start off clear, but then you have this cumulus develop across the area, quite a bit of it by around 1, 2 o'clock. You can see a lot of it. I think it would be Friday that we would see more likely seeing clear skies. Let's go to the RGM here. You can look at that as well for the skies. So kind of visualize the front right here. You might even get a glimpse of sun before it sets tomorrow if those showers clear out quick enough. And then as we clear out overnight, Thursday, you could see we start off with clear skies, but then you got a lot of this cumulus building in here. And then it would be Friday that we'd have a really nice, mostly clear day. And this is as far as this model goes. So with that out of the way, I think we're almost done here. But again, that severe threat is going to have to be watched for tomorrow for sure. And again, this is something that we are going to have to watch closely and see what's going to happen. If we look at this, so I got to put the temperature forecast in. This kind of shows the story around 2 o'clock. You can see it's much warmer over Jersey than it is over Long Island. You can see that wind flow from the south more. So that has a tendency to keep Long Island cooler, but much warmer in Jersey. So there's more energy for these storms. And then once we get into 3 o'clock, you see you could clearly see the storms in the front itself actually move through. And you can see by 5 o'clock already, parts of New Jersey already in the 40s. Long Island is, depending on where you are, you can see that there's the front right there. Get to 7 or 8 o'clock, you'll see things really start dropping off. We're in the 40s by 7 o'clock in Nassau County. So it's going to be a really quick drop in temperature. So, the beginning part of the day may feel warm and spring-like, but by the time you get to the evening, it's going to feel like it's more like early March. So that's going to wrap up this weather update, and we'll keep you posted on the severe weather threat as we get into tomorrow. Well, should be interesting. Have a good night.